One of people not getting their SNAP benefits here in November, and I'm here to remind you, I don't feel bad for them. Do you realize that people on SNAP benefits are eating better than the rest of us? We literally have to scrounge and budget for our groceries for our children. We have to plan meals. We have to be ingredient households just to feed our children. And mind you, half of the people on SNAP benefits are illegal immigrants. Over 60% of them are illegal immigrants. This was never the way that it was supposed to be. Churches are supposed to feed people, food pantries, that's what they're there for. And somehow people felt comfortable letting the government control whether they eat or not. How embarrassing, right? Now, don't get me wrong, I don't need all the people in my comment section, in my DM saying, what about the people who fell on hard times? And what about disabled people? What about elderly people? Yes, those are the people that should be on it. Do I think that there are 42 million of them? Absolutely not. Do I think that it should cost $7.8 billion with a B to feed them every single month? Absolutely not. Do I think that the reason why our groceries have gotten so expensive is because of programs like this and illegal immigrants coming in and stealing our resources? Absolutely. That's definitely part of the problem. So no, don't feel bad. Keep the government closed. We need to see this through, and we need to make sure that we get rid of everybody who is on these benefits.
Wait. So, we got lots of people posting on social media that they're losing their SNAP benefits. Oh, they're losing their minds. However, they got the latest iPhone. They got their nails done, their hair done. They got a Louis Vuitton bag. They got money for all of that. But they ain't got money to feed their kids. They want the taxpayers to do that. Well, the taxpayers didn't lie down with you in your bed, spread your legs, and pop out these kids that you want us to pay for. So here's what you do. You go in your car, which you probably got a nice car too. Go in your car, go fill out some job applications, and while you're at it, stop at the nearest bookstore and get a how-to book on how to prioritize life. Because I'm sick and tired of it. We're seeing people with the latest iPhones. I don't even have an iPhone 17. And you mean to tell me that you can't afford groceries for your kids? Get out of here. We're done with all of that. I will not sympathize with people who have nails like this that are this long and have all sorts of rhinestones. Probably paid $200-300 for your nails to get done. You're spending $1,500 on a cell phone and on the human hair. Get synthetic. Get press-on nails. Learn how to cook inside instead of going out to eat. Okay? Start budgeting what money you do have. I never in a million years thought, look, man, I got 2 kids. 2, okay? I buy my own groceries, okay? And I had to use food stamps to get on my feet. And once I got on my feet, and guess what? I didn't need it no more. So I stopped applying. I said, let the next person who actually needs it get them. And I'm seeing a lot of you with Louis Vuitton bags going, oh, what's going to happen to my SNAP benefits? Psh, oh, well, a lot of them been on food stamps for decades. Section 8 housing, decades, generation after generation. Look, okay, I'm telling you this much, man. Nothing is free. Nothing in this country is free, and you are more than capable of getting out there and doing something for yourself and making something of yourself. Don't let anybody sell you short. And if you yourself are selling yourself short, well then, man, that's a generational curse you're going to have to break. But I will not sympathize with the people who are sitting there on the latest iPhone 17 Pro Max going,
The reason why people are mad about food stamps is not because of children on food stamps or the elderly on food stamps or disabled people using food stamps. People are mad because there are over 40 million people using SNAP benefits. And if you think that all of those 40 plus million people should be on food stamps, then you are beyond naive. The fact of the matter is there is a massive amount of people who actively decide to make food stamps a permanent part of their budget, even though they are completely able-bodied and completely able to work a full-time job. We're frustrated because we see people who are free riding off of our hard work. Yeah, I don't feel bad for able-bodied people who actively decided to take advantage of their neighbors by making their neighbors pay for their groceries, even though they should be paying for their groceries. I don't feel like a bad person for thinking thinking that those people are wrong. It's not selfish of me to want to keep more of my own money. It's selfish of those people to expect others to pay for them when they are perfectly able to support themselves. They simply choose not to.
You know how many people I've seen sell food stamps to get their hair done, nails done, their toes done? If I've seen it, other people seen it. You know what? That's why people don't give two fucks. I've seen people, women, get a new man. The man got the food stamp. Now, the food stamp is for her and her kids. The man has the food stamp card and he in the grocery store buying shit that he want. People see that shit. You know, some kids go to school and get breakfast and lunch, no dinner, because mama done sold the food stamps for shit that she wanted. And people are saying, well, what about my kids? Well, yeah, what about your kids when you had the food stamps, you out there selling them? What did you think about your children then?
I've seen so many people react on people losing out now benefits, and I want to take you through some of the reactions.
People frequently claim that immigrants and poor Black families are living off the system. They're on welfare, they're mooching. But here is the truth. The majority of people on public assistance in the United States of America are white, and most of them have jobs. They just don't make enough money to survive without a little bit more because wages are low, rent is high, a lot of jobs don't come with benefits anymore. You can't have a job without a cell phone. You can't even find a job without the internet. But it's not poor people who are eating up the most dollars in public assistance. Nope, it's the middle class. It's people who can take mortgage deductions and, of course, corporations cashing in on subsidies. But nobody calls that a handout. SNAP, Medicaid, housing assistance, those aren't loopholes to help billionaires save some more money and line their pockets so that they can get more yachts or whatever they do with it. They're lifelines for millions of people. And here's the kicker. Those programs keep all of us safer and more stable. If you're mad that someone's getting help, maybe just look at why they need it, not just who they are.
If you have to use SNAP benefits, you should get a job. And if you have a job that doesn't pay enough, you should get a better job. And if you don't qualify for a better job, you should get a college degree. But don't complain about your student loan debt and don't expect any kind of student loan forgiveness. And after all of that, if you still have to be on government assistance, you should always be thinking about how poor you are, and you should look poor, and you should act poor, and you should never get anything that brings you a single moment of joy because you don't deserve dignity because you're poor. But I can't wait this Christmas season to do my angel tree and provide Christmas for a child in need.
I just woke up, ain't even brushed my teeth yet. And the first thing I saw was this video of this mother in Africa with her 2-3 kids at the dinner table. And they were all eating. And she was like, eat all your food. Don't waste anything. There's people starving in America. Listen, she ain't had to come for us like that, boy. Yeah, there's people starving in America. The fact that I actually heard this growing up, don't waste any food because there's people starving in Africa, and then to see that this woman told her African babies not to fucking waste their food because there's people starving in America, clearly because of the whole SNAP restriction that the Republicans swear is our fault. Yeah, so I'm not making fun of us not having SNAP benefits. I don't even have them. I wish I did. But it's just the irony of that.
It's funny when people make fun of things going on in this world, like this woman in Africa who was telling her children not to waste food because people are starving in America. I think why it's funny is because in most cases, Africa is seen as a continent that has people who are suffering, people who are lacking food, people who don't have enough, and that is why it was a little bit funny. But what you have to understand that sometimes what you think of Africa is not what is really happening. For example, me as a person, we grew up in a home that had many children, and my parents managed to really take care of us without getting assistance. And what you're calling SNAP benefits here in Africa, we don't really have it. Families are able to sustain themselves with the little they have. in the communities we've lived in, it's rare to find a family failing to have basic needs all the time.
I don't really like the way people are responding to the news of the food stamps possibly being cut. I don't like how people are telling other people to get a job. I don't think that's right. I don't think it's right. Like, congratulations. You have a job. You have made it in life. You are successful. You did what you have to do in school. You graduated, and now you are getting paid a high-paying job. Congratulations to you, but not everybody is as fortunate as you are. You can't sit here telling people, go get a job, go work, go do this. You know, like, some people don't have it as easy. Some people don't have it as fortunate. You got mothers right now that have no help, that have nobody that can help them. They need the food stamps to feed kids. Like, there's people that need these food stamps. You can't just sit there and tell people, go get a job. There's more people in the world right now than there are most jobs. Like, jobs are not even hiring like that. And when they do, they're not paying like that. You got people who done ran through the system. Like, you got people who are on disability. You got people who need the food stamps. Don't tell them, oh, it's their fault because of the choices they made in life. Everybody deserves a second chance. Everybody deserves a chance at a good life. Just because you made it in life and did what you had to do, don't mean other people don't deserve a shot. Like, you need to understand that this is important and this is a serious matter. Like, I hate when I see people say, oh, go get a job, stop relying on the government. Like, no, they need this help. Like, there are some people that really need this. It's a serious matter.
If they cut your food stamps off, you go in the store and steal, and then you get arrested, and now your kids ain't got no food or no parent. How does that solve the problem exactly? Not to mention that now it's going to be on your record for shoplifting and stealing. And more than likely, if you were on food stamps, you probably not making a lot of money to begin with if you working at all. And the jobs that you work are entry-level jobs that would be concerned about somebody having stealing and shoplifting on a record. So again, you telling us what you're going to do, why would we care? That's not going to affect us. That's going to affect you. You think these stores really care that you stealing the stuff? Not really. They got insurance for that. But you will be the one to deal with the consequences that come with stealing the stuff. Y'all wanting us to feel bad for a lot of y'all, we don't, because we out here having to buy food every day with our own money that we work for. So why are you any different than us? Why is it that we have to buy food, but you don't? You want us to feel bad for something that we have to do too. A lot of the main ones who doing all this complaining, you be selling them food stamps. You probably don't even be using most of them. And when you do, you go to the store and buy a bunch of junk food and stuff that your kids probably shouldn't be eating in the first place. Having seafood boils every other day, eating real good.
I just witnessed a family trying to buy food with SNAP benefits. And it's November 1st. And they didn't know. And there was nothing on their card. A mother, a father, and a little girl who was probably about 3 years old, 4 years old, standing there trying to figure out what they were going to do because they needed their groceries. Everyone should have food. Everyone should have food. Doesn't matter if you're a drug addict. Doesn't matter if you're homeless. Doesn't matter who you are. Food is a human necessity. Food, water, and shelter. And healthcare. We're not promised any of those things in the United States. Not unless you have the money.
As you have seen, guys, there are many people who think that it's okay for people to lose their SNAP benefits, and they're giving their opinions on why such people are supposed to lose their SNAP benefits. And I really think that everyone is entitled to their opinions when it comes to different situations. But in most cases, when you are talking about the people in need, you need to be a little kinder, because you don't know exactly what they are going through. You don't have to really judge them thinking that they really don't need help based on what you see, because you just have to take your time to really understand where they're coming from. And if you really don't understand where they're coming from, you need to use kind words when you are addressing their situation. But in most cases, coming on social media, I've seen people who have been so harsh in their words, talking about how some people really deserve to lose their SNAP benefits. And what you have to understand, guys, that in the society we are living in, you can't judge someone based on what you see, because in most cases, some people show off like they are really okay, yet they are not okay behind closed doors. Why am I saying this? Because some people were saying that some women don't deserve SNAP benefits because they have their nails done, because they have their hair done, they have makeup on. And it's sad to know that some people still think that just because someone is looking good, someone's hair is done, someone's nails are done, it means that they're doing well financially. It is the total opposite in most cases. You realize that such women sometimes, maybe they have some people who have really also noticed that they are going through a lot, and they will want to put a smile on their faces, and they offer to help them to pay for their nails and pay for their hair, because they think they also have to look good even if they are going through a lot. Sometimes it's their boyfriends who are doing that for them, or sometimes it's family members who will want them to look good even if they are going through a lot. And so it's better for us to always think about people who are in need of help beyond what we see, because when you always think about what you see, sometimes you may fail to help them out thinking that everything is okay with them. But you need to really understand exactly what is really happening in their lives before you completely judge them. So I think people who are saying that there are some women who don't need SNAP benefits because they have their hair done, their nails done, they're looking good, I think it's really not fair. And also, I've seen some people who are saying that women with children deserve to lose their SNAP benefits, because they are saying that why do these women keep on giving birth to children they cannot afford? And again, I think people should be kind to people who really need help in life, because you don't know what they are going through behind closed doors. And for example, right now, we have to look at the bigger picture, and these are the children. If you think that it's okay for women who have children to lose their SNAP benefits, I think it's really not a cool thing, because these women are adults, but the children are young. They didn't do anything wrong. So in this situation, we are looking at the children. That is why it is very important to understand that in most cases, when people need help, it's beyond what you think about. It's beyond your understanding. So sometimes you have to look at the bigger picture. And the bigger picture here right now is not the woman who has given birth to the children, it's the children. And so I think we need to be kind to people who are in need. We have to stop judging them so much, because when you judge them so much, you may miss out the bigger picture. So you realize that most people are making their judgments out of anger. They are allowing anger to cloud their sense of humanity, because at this point of time, it's beyond the mother of the children. It's the children we are looking at when it comes to the SNAP benefits. So if the mother continues to have SNAP benefits, meaning the children can also get help in that way. And so that is why I think that people who are saying that mothers don't deserve that is why I'm saying that people who are thinking that it's okay for mothers to lose their SNAP benefits, I don't think you're doing justice to the children who are really innocent. And also, I've realized there's some people who are creating satire content on social media about this kind of situation. And what they do is that they come on like having designer bags, showing off like they're trying to purchase luxurious stuff, yet they're on SNAP benefits. Yet in actual sense, this is not their real life. They're just creating satire content. They're creating funny videos about the situation that is going on. So when people see such videos, they start thinking that most of the people who are receiving SNAP benefits are living such a life, yet it's not real. It's just content that they are creating, and it's just funny content that they are creating. And I think that people should also be well informed about such situations, because you're going to start thinking that the people who are really in need don't need SNAP benefits because you think that's what they're all doing. It's not what they're doing. Sometimes people are just creating funny videos for content about a situation to engage people, which is to engage people in a certain way, which is not really cool because it's kind of misleading. We need to differentiate between funny videos and real life things that are really happening, because it's social media. Some people just do funny skits all the time about certain situations in life. So we need to separate real life from funny skits when we are trying to talk about people who really need help. And also, you have to realize that in life, you'll always find people who end up taking advantage of people who help others. And those are the few individuals, but in actual sense, there are many people who are really in need. And sometimes people get so angry and they decide never to help anyone, even if they're in a position that can help others. But I think people should always look at a bigger picture. If God has blessed you and you have the resources that are really enough for you, and at the same time you can be able to help out others, that is a blessing and that is a privilege. So you have to always have gratitude, and with gratitude you look beyond the few people who are really taking advantage of you and see the bigger picture. And the bigger picture is helping out the people who are really in need. This is what the world needs all the time. And that's it for today, guys. If you have anything to add on this topic, you can share your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. It's still your girl Joanne. As always, I'd like to wish you a wonderful day. Take care of your beautiful lives. Until next time, I love you guys. Bye.